We're totally different. We're totally different. We're totally different.
I did.
Does it need a number? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, just make it 6. Okay. No, 6 is what's in there about the transfer, so that should be 7, I think. You know, the transfer of monies they did? You're right, 7. 7. Thanks.
Got Thomas stopped in today. He's planning on having the person with John's Friday.
Awesome.
She's doing pretty good. But so is
Okay.
he hadn't returned his check.
Okay.
She doesn't roll around.
So hopefully I talked to him tomorrow.
Yeah, she's been out there
Okay.
quite a while.
Good.
That's been a long, long time ago. Yeah. He was in the old girl for a while. She's been a Laura. Oh, she's been a Laura. Bev? She's up in Harrison. She works up her through there. She's been there for a long time. Long time. Oh,
Right?
We gotta give it another week or two.
Oh, Bobby and all of them run up there.
Because I'm not even going to do it. If
Hotel
that's
park.
okay with you, because I'm going to be opening it. That's the second and third reading. Okay, cool. Thank you. I ain't going to worry about it. I trust you.
The family system.
It's that pool, you know.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you? Hi.
Good.
That's new to me.
Oh, I know what those are. She gave me these that has good. Got copyright. Yeah, they couldn't issue it.
I'm gonna come in handy.
So yeah, she wasn't gonna. I was like, no, don't even do it. Just wait until the next meeting.
How's Aaron?
Oh, your checks are over there.
I can change my phone. You haven't called me. Except for when it's got the baseball bat.
What you doing, Bob?
Got a call from you weeks and months. When was the last time you tried to call me? I'll say, yeah, I haven't heard from you for weeks or months at least. Yeah, that's the same one. I just, I haven't heard from you. Except for the baseball bats a few months ago.
Go to sleep.
No, I ain't gonna do that. You think I should? You think I should?
Hard?
No, I'm not. I'm 99% sure I'm not. Put it that way.
Wow, the show.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Here, I ain't gonna mess with it.
That's a lot.
Anybody can do it.
It'll be nice
I'll,
though when we get it.
January to sign up.
Just wanna have company and stuff.
Right.
You know me.
No, it's fine.
I stand over and drink a beer. You know me strokes it takes them to get around the course, you know.
That would be fun. That will calm, that would quiet down.
Yeah.
See, that's a difference.
He is.
He is. Leave the check.
Sign it.
He'd sit there thinking,
Here, what's something?
what are they talking about?
You know he always takes over. I was sale sign there outside of the Hunt Sites house on Overton. Hey, where's our sales for sale signs at 14? Hey.
I haven't noticed that when I went by there.
He stays confused.
On your new car?
His middle name.
Your, how's your new car going? Good? Whatever wood is down there.
Happy birthday.
If you need something, just call me. Honestly, I haven't heard from you for a few months.
Yeah,
I knew that wasn't like you.
I get nervous.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
I get nervous when your hands around.
Good guess.
I'm starting to get nervous talking
I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't even know who that
I think I'd make it.
Did you say he's out?
Oh, well.
So they granted, I think just for like redevelopment.
Why are we
But not
down
all
for
of
it?
it, I think.
Yeah. I haven't seen him for a while.
Eve,
Yeah.
how are you, sir? Oh, I'm doing well. Wow. That's all I'm digging on the east corner there.
You gotta help me out here.
Go to the bathroom first.
I don't know.
How you doing today? So far, so good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Help me out.
Find out in about 3 hours.
Well, you're making some headway in the building.
Yeah, call me.
The genies? Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Cleaned up now.
Hanging in there.
Just not always there in the morning. No, it's just not always there in the morning.
Your helper, she kills me. That's all she does is smile.
Oh, yeah. And probably, she don't say nothing, she just smiles. At home, all she does is talk,
It's
talk,
just
talk.
kind of rude.
I
because think
usually wear
that's
black
good.
and gray pants, but she seen me put these on because the rest of mine are dry cleaner. I said, my pants? She's like, yeah.
From the mouth of
Yeah,
babes.
yeah, she don't like them.
She's honest.
Yeah, she's 3 years old. She's telling me she don't like my pants.
Birthday boy.
Hey,
Yeah. Now tell me about it.
are you sure?
I thought you went down with Mel down to Tennessee. No?
Do you know what it's like? What's,
Any word, everybody?
there's also this there.
Any word yet?
Didn't you say you would talk to Didn't you say you would talk to Massey?
Pretty good fall, isn't it? Really? Wow. Shouldn't be that brutal. Wow.
Not me, though. I think he passed out. Okay. Well, I won't worry about it then if everything's done.
Breakdown.
I seen some, oh, yeah. Maybe there's nobody over there.
I'll hand it to you, baby. Over here.
There's nobody over here so far.
Oh, ladies just had wrong days.
Yeah.
I go up the house and get one of the good hammers.
I can read fast.
Are they DC?
Somebody.
I don't know who it is.
It says there's classes.
Yeah, there it is.
Everybody ready? You guys ready?
No, wait. Okay.
Toss meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Member Donnie Bryant.
Here.
Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Member William Bruner.
Here.
Member Mario Todd.
Here.
Member, Assistant Police Chief. No. Ian Craig.
You just got a raise, didn't you, Danny?
Rosengarn. Patrolman.
Yes.
Patrolman Daniel Rosengarn. Sorry.
You're right.
Announcements?
I'm not done yet. No.
Gotta hurt you long.
EMS Director Bobby Mills.
It happens when you get old.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
Attorney Leslie Votaw.
Here.
Utility Director Mel Davis.
Here.
President of the Board Mayor Dennis Carr.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements? Hearing none, approved minutes of previous meeting.
So move.
Second? All in favor?
All right.
Yes. Committee reports. Fire Department, John Tremaine.
Everybody should have received in their packet a quote, explanation and a quote for the repair of our 105 ladder truck. What it is each section rides on nylon wear surfaces, and we had our ladder testing in March, and they advised us we needed to get those replaced. So the attached quote is through Vogelpool Fire Equipment, and they are the dealer for Emergency One, and Emergency One is the sole supplier of this, so we're kind of hooked in at $3,768.02. And when I got that quote, I called them and said, okay, how many pieces is this? And it ended up being 24 wear plates is what it is. So I just need the board's permission to go ahead and our garage will put these in.
You have us in the budget?
Yes.
Anything on the board?
I'd so move, go ahead and get them.
There's a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Go ahead.
The only other thing I wanted to let the board know, Deputy Chief Rob Schutte and a couple others we were invited by Cincinnati Fire Department for their safety fair, and that's tomorrow. So they're gonna go up and participate in that. The city of Cincinnati puts out invitations to all the schools, and it's like 40,000 kids. So they expect close to 10,000. So we're gonna go up and participate in that tomorrow. So other than that, we're working on the audit, and that's about it.
Thank you. Police Department,
Don't have anything.
EMS Director Bobby Mills.
Mayor, I got the run totals for April, and that was 110 runs.
Busy month.
Yeah, it's a little low there.
Anything else? Okay. Old business. Jackie Stutz and Mike Clark, asphalt crack seal quote. Opening.
I think Suzanne, did you bring those over with you? You can
Want me to
open them.
open
Yeah.
Okay. We received two, one on Friday, one on today. The first is from Dave O'Mara. This is for the asphalt crack seal project. Can we just read the total?
Should just be a
Total amount?
price per ton.
Okay, this total quote is for $6,000. Again, that's from Dave O'Mara. There's an E-Verify, a conflict of interest, and a schedule attached.
Okay, but that's 6,000 per ton in place.
6,000 per ton in place, not to exceed 35,000.
All right,
That's
thank
Dave
you.
O'Mara. The second is from Paul H. Rowe Company. $8,000 per ton in place, not to exceed 35,000. E-Verify, conflict of interest. And it looks like a pretty detailed schedule attached.
Okay, and if I could, I'd like to go ahead and award this. Both of them are qualified contractors for the city. I would recommend the low price on it, pending verification of complete bids, and also ask that you authorize me to go ahead and execute this agreement.
Anything on the board?
I would so move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Moving forward.
Suzanne, I'll grab those from you after the meeting.
Leslie Votal, Resolution 3, 2014.
This is just the resolution that I brought last time, and if you check, Exhibit A does have what we talked about, and I think everyone agreed to at the last meetings.
Is this the mayor for up to $500 and then the board from $500 to $50,000?
501, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You want me to go ahead and read it?
Okay.
Board of Public Works and Safety, City of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Resolution Number 3, 2014. A resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Lawrenceburg establishing small purchasing policies. Whereas pursuant to Section 3701A of the Code and Ordinances, City Code of the City of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, hereinafter City, the Common Council of the City has designated the Board of Public Works and Safety, which is the board, as a purchasing entity for the city with all the powers and duties authorized under Indiana Code 522. Whereas Indiana Code 522.82 permits the board as the purchasing agency to establish small purchase policies for the purchase of supplies when the purchasing agent expects the purchase to be less than $50,000. And whereas the board desires to establish small purchasing policies, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, that Section 1, the board hereby adopts the small purchasing policies attached hereto as Exhibit A and incorporated by reference herein. Section 2, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after the day of its passage. Passed and adopted this, I believe, 19th day of May 2014.
Anything on the board? Entertain a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
You want to keep the original? Thanks. That goes.
Review and discuss claims board approval.
To approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjournment?
So move.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Utility board as soon as you get seated.
That's right.
Thanks. That's the cost.
So this is my portion of it.
Call utility board meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope.
Present.
Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Member William Bruner.
Here.
Member Mike Lawrence.
Here.
Member J.R. Holcraft.
Here.
City Attorney Leslie Votaw.
Here.
Utility Director Mel Davis.
Here.
President of the Board Mayor Dennis Carr.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements?
Just that we are working on an employment contract. Didn't get it in time to bring it to tonight's meeting, but we'll make sure it's on the June 2nd agenda for the utility director.
Okay.
Has that been negotiated out?
I know that Jenny has talked with the applicant, but yeah, I don't know that everything's been hammered out yet. So
and we should have a
June 2nd is what I'm shooting for.
problem. Either we might have a special meeting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Approved minutes, previous meeting.
Mayor, I got some additions I would like. We had a utility board work session on May the 13th, 2014. In the minutes, it shows that they want the tracker placed back on to track the uppage and downage of the rates. That they also, Mel Davis asked for an 18% raise in your water, a 19% raise for your electricity, and a 2% raise for your sewage. And I just wanted that in the minutes, and I wanted the people in.
Well, I'd like to correct your statement, Ms. Pope. With the tracker that goes, if the tracker goes on, it's 6% in the electric, and it's 6% over 3 years in the water and the wastewater.
Correct, and that's just by hitting the tracker on. But in addition, you asked for these raises.
If you put the tracker on, you add 6% besides the tracker. It's not the tracker and 18%. That's what you said.
I've got my notes from the prior meeting, and
Well, it's in the report. You can read the report.
So you're saying it's tracker plus
Plus
6?
6, 2, 2, and 2.
Was that on just the
Electric.
sewer and?
No, it was on the electric, yeah.
so you're saying over a period of 3 years, our electric would go up to 18%.
No, 6%.
No, what I'm saying is, you put the tracker back on that's in the ordinance, and your electric bill would go up 2%, 2%, and 2%. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, did you not also tell us that you wanted a 19% increase in electric?
No.
You did not
If
make
you
that
don't,
statement.
if you don't put the tracker on, you have to go up 19%. If you put the tracker on, it's 2, 2, and 2. Over 3 years.
But you did say an 18% in water?
No,
Over 3 years.
it's 2, 2, and 2 in the water.
I'll have to request a CD.
It's over 3 years.
To my understanding, the water was going to go up 18%, the electric was going to go up 19%, plus they wanted to add the tracker, and the sewage was going to go up 2%.
No.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah,
But I
he's-
do want to listen to the CD to verify.
Yeah, he's
it.
going to be here on the 2nd of June at the council meeting.
Can I ask one question on
Go
the
ahead.
tracker? On the tracker, does that automatically then put so much on it?
Yeah, it puts 4/1,000ths of a cent per kilowatt hour onto the bill. And that's in that report, Mike.
And is that starting the tracker at 0?
No, that's starting the tracker at 4/1,000ths of a cent per kilowatt hour. 0.004 cents.
Okay. Approved minutes, previous meeting.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
No.
Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope,
No.
Member Aaron Cook,
Yes.
Member William Bruner,
Yes.
Member Mike Lawrence,
I'll abstain because I wasn't there.
Member J.R. Holcraft.
I'll do the same, I wasn't there either.
2 to 1.
Okay. Committee reports.
Thank you, Your Honor. In the electric company, we've been doing some routine maintenance projects. One of the projects included we had to install 2 spans of underground on Tower Road at the request of AEP to maintain the proper clearance under their transmission line. And I would also like to thank everyone that was involved with the IMEA conference last week. We met at Hollywood Casino. Hollywood did a great job for us. Everybody was real happy, real pleased. They also toured the distillery on Thursday afternoon, and they toured the downtown and stopped in the shops and the restaurants and so on, and all the people welcomed them with open arms. It's the first electrical conference we've had, statewide electrical conference we've had in Lawrenceburg, to my knowledge, and they want to come back. So that just shows that everybody did a good job, and thank everybody very much. In the
Good you brought them here.
do what?
Thank you, it's good you brought them here.
Oh, that's all right. In the water, or the sewer rather, the ductile iron that's going to go over the levee for the force main will be delivered around June the 1st, so we can complete that project. The water company, we're doing routine maintenance projects. We've got the restoration completed out on Industrial Drive, except for the patching of the asphalt, and I gave Mr. Todd the quotes today, so we'll get that completed here in a short period of time. That concludes my report.
Thank you, ma'am. New business? Hearing none, old business? Hearing none, review and discuss claims board approval? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Motion adjourned?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All against?
Tried.
Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope.
Present.
Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Member William Bruner.
Here.
Member Mike Lawrence.
Here.
Member J.R. Holcraft.
Here.
Patrolman Daniel Rosengarn.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Bobby Mills. Attorney Leslie Votaw.
Here.
Utility Director Mel Davis.
Here.
Mayor Dennis Carr.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements? Hearing none, approve the minutes of previous meeting?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Committee reports. Streets, island, curbs, Aaron Cook?
Just two things, Your Honor. Just wanted to check on the High Street paving, still set for the middle of June, or I know that got pushed back to the event center, so
Right now, we're looking probably the second week of June.
second week, okay. And
Going door to door today to find out. We may actually shut down the block between Walnut and Vine Street for 3 days and do it within that 3-day period instead of stretching it out to 5 to 6 days.
okay. And the other thing is I was contacted by one of the people from the townhouses here on Walnut Street to see when they can move their cars to get that street swept there, because I guess it's getting pretty dirty through there, 'cause they don't know when the street sweeper's coming.
We had it scheduled last year, I think it was the first Monday,
Isn't that what the sign, are there signs?
There's
down
signs, but they
Yeah.
don't come when the signs.
but the,
They should be following that.
yeah, some of the tenants had cars out there weren't able to sweep.
Right.
And the one gentleman, probably the one that contacted you, was gonna get hold of the association and have them move the cars, but yet the
The first Monday?
first Monday, I believe it was.
I'll get hold of-
It should follow the scheduled route.
Right. I'll get hold of Max, see what he does with it.
Well, I
You're
mean,
right,
we
they
need
should
to, I
go to
think
Mac-
we need to change the signs
We
if
may
they're
have
not
to
coming at the time they
contact-
need
We may
to.
have to contact the police department to help
Well, it was the,
track that.
it was actually the tenants' cars of the townhouses, so they were gonna take it to the association.
When is it, Monday, 7:30 to 8, or 7:30 to 8:30 or something?
That's posted.
I haven't seen it for a while.
Somewhere
early.
around there like that, I'm not sure.
Monday and Friday, or I'd have to look at
Sure.
it again too, but
Tell them they'll begin doing it, maybe according to what the sign says down there or something, let them know that.
we need to do, in fact, we actually need to do it to help protect Hebe's interest with the remedial flood station. What that does, it gets a lot of the grit cleaned up, so it doesn't go down into our storm sewer system. All that road dust is an abrasive.
Yeah, I went by there and looked when he called me, there's a bunch of grit and cigarette butts all down through there.
I'll give them a message in the morning to tell them to give it the residents and start cleaning it up. There's a timer out for that.
Yeah, it's
I don't
7:30
remember
to 8:30 or
I don't
something like
remember
that.
what the time is. Okay. We'll get one. Any more, Aaron?
No, that was it.
Finance, J.R. Holcraft.
Report's in the packet.
Fire Department, Bill Brunner.
No report, Mayor.
Police Department. Fire Chief John Tremaine.
Nothing further, Mayor.
EMS Director Bobby Mills.
No further report.
Building Department Carl Fryman.
Nothing, sir.
Okay. New business. Rachel Thies, Manchester Rowdies 4-H Youth. That's within the show? Okay. Cody Grady, request to use parking lot at Short Street and High Street for recovery walk.
Hi. My name is Angie Bauer. I'm representing an organization, Not One More. We're requesting the property on High and Short, the one that's usually used for Music on the River, for our organization to meet. This organization is, it is to educate and raise awareness for the drug and alcohol abuse that's going on in our city. It's a great group. It's a national organization. We have official acceptance as a chapter for the Midwest, Southeast Indiana. We have plans for parent grieving groups, for education in the schools, for support for people who are suffering from substance abuse disorders. Our event is a 2-mile walk through town. There is a map. I believe it was submitted with the agenda item. We're going to have speakers. What we have done is invite a lot of other groups to bring a table, bring their information on treatment facilities, information on meeting groups, information on grieving groups, and we want to partner with the organizations that are already here in our area. We would like to. We've gotten permission from the Conservancy that we'll be able to send off some memorial lanterns right at sunset. We're going to request that we have use of the the stage for speakers so that we can present some ideas, and I'll be speaking myself. We would like to have maybe a little bit of music. We've got some sponsors bringing some food. We're planning it to be a family event. We would like to start opening dialogue with children before they start becoming aware of what the drugs are, to hopefully steer them away from them. We would like to reach out and help people who, in our community, we're watching children die, and we'd like to do something about this. And we're respectfully requesting your permission for us to gather and walk and get whatever kind of support we can from the community and offer our support to the citizens.
Anything on the board?
Also involved with this, helping you out any?
CASA is actually, they're, of course, we're talking with them and partnering with them. We actually haven't gotten any support yet, so we would love to have some support. Right now, we're trying to raise our own money and fund it within ourselves, and hopefully we'll be able to raise some money for the event. I think that we're here to stay. The problem is just getting worse, and it's really going to just take some action on our part. And so this is our kickoff. We hope you support us, and we invite you there, June 14th.
Mayor, is it possible for the Lawrenceburg Police Department to help with the roadblocks it's going to take to have them do their route down the different streets?
We can block them all, yeah.
Thank you. We would also, I've already talked to the Lawrenceburg the Main Street, and they said that we can use the portalets. We just pay for the cleaning, so we can use the portalets. We'll need some barricades, and then trash facilities, and we're going to clean up. I mean, we'll be doing cleanup, but it is hopefully going to be a large event.
If you leave your name, your phone number, I'll get it to our Civil City Department. They'll help you with blocking off the streets.
Thank you.
Leslie, what about the insurance?
When we do on the lot, do you hold any type of public insurance?
The insurance has been applied for. We were just recognized as a chapter a week ago. Things have been sort of moving along very quickly for us. I have 3 quotes waiting, pending to see. The California chapter gave me their insurance. They pay around $800 or $900 a year, so it's fairly reasonable, especially if they let us pay just, the first month. I have a couple of other local quotes.
You just need to provide that proof to the clerk's office, which is right across the street.
Okay, so
Or
just
the parking lot here.
once I've got it, just bring it in. Okay, yeah, absolutely. We've got that working on. Anything else that, I think we also need another permit. I'm not sure. Is there anything else that you can think of that we
Mike, you
need?
think any other permit they have to have?
Possibly
They
A&E.
need the A&E from the state.
A&E from state?
And that's, what does that stand for?
Mike can help you.
Entertainment?
Arts and entertainment.
Arts and entertainment, okay. Yep. That will be provided as
On the
well.
assembly, it's
Yeah.
it's against the ordinance too, but if you get the one from the state, it will be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, you can talk to either Mr. Fryman there, that's Carl Fryman. He's our building commissioner.
Okay.
Just leave that address and phone him, Carl, you get with Massey, and he'll help him on the blockade.
Great, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
We hope it'll be a big success
I'm up
and
for
that
I'm
we'll
going to make a
stand.
motion on that. I make a motion to allow not one more to use our city streets for their walk, our corner lot on Short and High Street, and the city will furnish barricades, stage, and garbage cans. And the local police department will help in managing the walk. And also, I think you asked for the parking garage
Oh, yes, thank you.
to be used. Am I leaving
Okay.
anything out? And the permit needs to be gone through Mr. Fryman, verification of insurance. And with that, I move to allow the event to happen.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Pat Carter, Main Street Summer Event Schedule, Youth Fest.
Good evening. As we get close to summer, obviously, our event schedule at Main Street really picks up. We're going to have a very busy summer again. We had a busy Saturday. We opened our farmers market, and that market's going to be open on Saturdays from 9 to 1 and Thursdays evenings from 4 to 8 during Music on the River. As always, we have our Music on the River starting on June the 5th. I hope as many of you as possible will come. That goes till September the 4th, every Thursday from 7 to 9, except for 4th of July. We're skipping that. We're going to let the other community activities, particularly in Greendale, take over for that. So we think a lot of people will be out of town on that July 3rd, so there won't be a program that evening. So that series will be starting up. We have a Youth Fest, which Sean and I will talk a little bit about in a few minutes here on June the 28th. That's a Saturday. We have a community yard sale again on July the 12th, another Saturday. And July 25th is going to be a Friday evening party in the street. And then we'll have our second party in the street, which is an Oktoberfest on September 12th. Those are the activities we have planned so far this summer. There is a possibility we're looking at some summer family movie nights and perhaps some cruise-ins. And we'll certainly keep you apprised of that situation as we plan those and get through that process. But I wanted to bring these up to you because many of these activities take place on city property and area that the city has jurisdiction over. So if anyone had any questions, I wanted to be able to answer them this evening. As far as the Oktoberfest, we'll probably hold that at the Music on the River lot. It worked very well there last year. The party in the street, we have discussed Walnut Street between Center and Tate, a little further down Walnut Street. That's a nice wide area. The rest of our activities are mostly just using city parking lots. So, does anyone have any questions or concerns?
Entertain a motion, let Pat use city lots.
Motion to approve.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Thank you. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about our Youth Fest, which we've had that. This will be the third year. This year, we're kind of taking it to a different level. In previous years, it mostly appealed to the younger kids. And this year, again, we will have a short and high. We will have inflatables, a number of inflatables for kids, a 24-foot high climbing wall, different games and activities there. The library is doing I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It's a mind creation thing. They're going to have that program going on Saturday. The community center is going to have the people from Laser Craze come in from 12 to 3. I think it's either Gamer Tech or GameStop, one of them, is going to also bring in video games between 1 and 3. And we're looking to have a cookout, grill out here with hot dogs, hamburgers. We might, if the city might allow us to borrow their grill, that might be helpful. And maybe some volunteers to help us cook out for the kids that day. That'll probably be about 11 to 2 on that day. And then towards about 3 o'clock, we have some other activities happening that are really for older youth, which we haven't done in the past. And I'm going to let Sean Thomas tell you a little bit about the program that he is beginning, and they will be helping us with the second part of the day. Sean.
Pat, I'll cook for you that day. Kids usually don't complain about cooking, so I'll cook that day for you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Pat. First of all, Pat was, we had talked about joining together with her and Donna Thacker and CASA to create this youth fest. Also, I had talked to the mayor and Mike Lawrence, and I think me and Aaron kind of discussed a little bit in the past about a program I'm trying to start, which may help out with these ladies here, called the Earn Respect Program, which she's kind of gave you the sheet on that. And me and the mayor had a real long talk about this Earn Respect Program, which we're just trying to get the kids back to earning respect, which would allow them to keep them off the drugs, off the alcohol. So Chris Green will be one of the speakers that will be coming in for this June 28th. It's kind of a kickoff for my program also, but he will be one of the guest speakers. I haven't had a word back from Kelsey Mucker. He's traveling a lot with his baseball, so that's another one. My father and Lawrence Brightwell will also be there, kind of to help kids, kind of like a rap session with the kids, just to talk to them and see where they're at. But I'm glad that Pat got with me on this, because this is kind of like a kickoff to my thing, which I'll probably have to come back and discuss this a little bit more, but the Youth Fest is kind of like a kickoff to my Earn Respect program, which every week we'll kind of have people come in. We'll do things from teaching kids how to dress, for interviews, just from that to respect for their elders, just the small things that really mean a lot. So I'm glad, like I said, her asking me to join with this, but Youth Fest is kind of a kickoff, for this program that I'm trying to start. So if you guys would just, read your pamphlets, and I'll probably maybe come back and just elaborate a little bit more on what I'm trying to do with this Earn Respect. I've kind of already got the okay from Marie Edwards to use her facility for this program, and I think it would really be helpful for our young kids, and kids are getting ready to become adults and go to college and things like that. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you for taking an interest in our youth.
Oh, you're welcome. Joey Lynch, Bev's Boisterous Bunch.
Hi, I'm Joey Lynch. Bev's Boisterous Bunch is in memory of Beverly Henry, who was SIEOC director and passed away in 2006. And we've got a team of about 12 to 15 people that honor her memory. 2 of her daughters are part of that team. And I'm here on behalf of them for Relay for Life. We've been using Agner Hall now for 2 years, last year and the year before. We have a little spring, we used to do it in the spring, it was a spring shopping thing where about 30 to 40 vendors come and they set up booths and stuff, and we charge them the $25 to set up a booth. We raise about $2,500 for this event. Due to the fact that we can't do raffles or anything at Relay for Life anymore, it kind of cuts down on your funding abilities, so we do our fundraisers throughout the year, and this is one of our big ones. We just did a Mooch Callaway golf outing with Mooch, and he splits that in half also with our group, and then we have a poker run in June, and then we will help Mooch do his golf outing in September for the scholarship fund that he has. So we've kind of partnered up with different people, but I'm here tonight to ask to see if you guys would consider waiving the fee on Agner Hall for November. And I did ask if that was a prime date because I didn't want to take a prime date from anyone, and they advised that no one had taken it as of back in March. I called in March. So, and then we would get you the $200 deposit if you all agree that we could use the hall.
Anything on board?
I'd make a motion to waive the fees.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kelly Will, Greg Tufts, Fall Fest Committee proposal.
Hi, everybody. How we doing?
How you
Good.
doing?
All right, so Fall Fest this year. My name is Greg Tufts. I'm with Highwood Casino. I'm a member of the Fall Fest Committee. I think we all can agree that the event, Fall Fest event, needs to become self-sustaining. It can't be an expense for the city any longer. It needs to become profitable. It can become profitable. So on behalf of the committee, I'll give you a couple bullet points on what we've come up with. So Fall Fest this year will remain downtown. Rides, concert, stays in the same location as last year. So it will remain downtown. Free rides for everyone. Kids, whether you live in Lawrenceburg, Ohio, Kentucky. With the contract, it's defined by Murray Brothers this year. We have to have free rides for everyone. So all kids will have free rides. Well, adults do, I assume, if you want to ride the rides. For admission to the concert. So if you live in the city of Lawrenceburg and receive a utility bill, you will get 2 wristbands in your utility bill, which will give you free access to the concerts Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 2 wristbands with your utility bill. Kids are free for the concert. And then everyone else will have to pay an admission price. So if you live in Greendale, you're paying admission. I live in Greendale, I'll pay admission. You live in Hidden Valley, you're paying admission. So if you receive a Lawrenceburg utility bill, you will be able to come to the concert for free. And then the admission price will be very affordable. We're not trying to gouge anyone. We're just trying to, help pay for the entertainment. And depending on the entertainment acts that we book, we're getting a little late in the game now. This is starting in end of May, June, so there's not going to be a lot left available. So depending on what it is, that'll determine our ticket pricing. Reasons for the expense for the tickets. We have to cover the increased expense related to charging admission, labor costs, fencing. I think fencing alone is a pretty large expense for the area that we have over here downtown. So the council have any questions so far?
I do.
Yeah.
You say kids free in the concert with the 2 wristbands for the adults?
Correct.
At what age? What do you call them, kids?
high school down. Yeah, 18 and down will be free.
What happens if there's more than 2 adults that live in a home? I got neighbors that live right across the street with me, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 adults.
Well, if they could probably, prove it, I mean, lives in that house, they probably get some more expense.
And then what about the people that rent that don't pay utility bills? Come in with an ID too?
ID, yeah. Street address ID.
That would be, yeah, still have to leave some direction to the girls in front, though. I think that's pretty.
There's not an easy way to do this,
No,
but
there's
we can head it off with advanced sales and things.
Well, I think you're gonna have to set guidelines and go by them, whatever, I mean, you're never gonna please everybody.
Exactly.
It's not,
Right.
it's impossible.
And that's, to put this thing self-supporting, you just about have to go this route. And to get it off taxpayers' back.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Anybody else got any more questions?
I know there's gonna be some problems with the kids that live out of the area that attend Lawrenceburg Community Schools.
Well, there's not a perfect solution to this, there's not. But the best solution is charge everybody. That's the best solution, really.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to go that route this year, so we want to keep it free for the Lawrenceburg residents.
Because to me, for all kids are gonna ride free, so that's gonna offset some of the expense.
Well, it's because they already entered into a contract with Paul Murray.
Right, but what I'm saying, since they are gonna ride for free though, that's offset some
Legally, are
expense
we
for.
bound to that contract because we didn't approve that invoice to begin with, even though the check was mailed out and received, whether it was cashed or not? I
That's
don't
coming up
know.
tonight. We have that, that's in your packet. I assumed under what you guys said last time that you would approve all claims, and these 2 claims are being brought up for your approval.
But I thought at that time, when we started charging people, you'd have to rewrite that contract, and then Paul Murray would have to give us a percentage of his income back, or maybe add an amendment or addendum to it, whatever.
Yeah, he's got a 3-year contract. I believe this is the
But
last year.
you can get out of that contract.
Yeah,
within
we
60 days
can't,
and
we
get
can't
a
be
new
having no
one.
3-year contract to begin with.
As far as it's subject to appropriation, but as far as the, yeah, it is something you're probably gonna need to relook at if you're not wanting to do that. The reason the contract is what it is because it was free rides for everybody. The one that you had previously was only free rides on Saturdays. So we, when the contract was done, it was, with that in mind, so.
But we're gonna stay with all children riding free this year anyway.
It'd be easier to do it that way than to enter another contract with next year.
Just continue. Weekly committee meetings that we have will remain open to the public. I believe they're Tuesdays at 2:30 in this council chamber, so anyone can come. We'll continue with the same format for beer concessions with the Sons of the American Legion. They contribute 20% of their net back to the city. So that will continue. And then we will get volunteers for subcommittees and ongoing operations of the event. So as many volunteers as we can possibly get to run the event. If this proposal pleases the council, on behalf of the Fall Fest Committee, I request that council agrees to pay the 2014 Fall Fest claims.
You mentioned that the city needs to get out of paying for the Fall Fest in the future. Is Hollywood wanting to fund for the Fall Fest?
Well, the mayor and I have talked. I think our original proposal, when we got involved, for us, it's better if it's at the fairgrounds. We have more financial availability if it's at the fairgrounds for us. Yes, I think for sure we would be more of a monetary partner with it. it's harder for us to get people from downtown over there. It's easier for us to get them from the fairgrounds over. So I think in the future, yes, it's definitely a viable option.
It'll still continue to be a city run event.
So that changes my motion I made.
Well, what it does, Jane, you said 47025 is about half the county.
I understand that.
It's impossible to control.
Well, anything we agree upon tonight, we're gonna have to rethink this for next year entirely. And we're not bound to anything that we do this year, says we're bound to it next year.
Any more?
But just to reiterate that all Lawrenceburg residents will get in for free then, you're saying? Because you said 2 wristbands, but he said they'll accommodate if there's more than 2 people in a household.
If they approve the address.
And it will remain downtown then?
Right downtown. Yeah, I think we'll have to work out the logistics for the extra wristbands, but
We're trying to take this off taxpayers' back, and it's the biggest portion of it. Okay, entertain a motion to accept that.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it.
thanks.
Thank you. Jackie Stutt, Phase 1, Phase 2 grant recommendations.
That's me.
Suzanne, you're on.
All the information should be in the packet. Phase 1, the first one, we'll approve these one by one. The first one is for the Special Olympics, Indiana, Ripley, Ohio, Dearborn. They requested $2,511, recommended $2,511.
Entertain a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All against?
Then we have several for the Phase 2. First is Aurora Lions Club, requested $40,000, recommended $40,000.
And that is for the Farmers Fair.
Fair Manager Farmers Fair, what it says. Entertain a
So
motion?
moved. To approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Dearborn County Clearinghouse, requested $100,000, recommended $100,000.
Entertain a motion?
I just want to verify that this is approved, that they are going to stick to this. They have to match it by July the 31st, 2014.
It doesn't say match, they just have to come up with the remainder,
Or the remainder, I'm sorry.
and that's the agreement,
July
correct?
31st.
I don't have any kind of written agreement. If you guys want a written agreement for this, then
That's through the foundation.
Well, I just want to
Foundation,
make sure that there is that date in there, so it's not hanging out there for
looks like it
ever.
is.
Because this is something that I brought up, the board, they asked me to several months ago, and we had a discussion on it.
How much was that building, you remember?
I believe it would be close to a match, the best I remember. I think maybe it was 180 or
I was thinking 170 something.
something like that.
You want me to check with Mr. McCarter to make sure?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure it's not hanging out there, so if it doesn't happen, that money gets put back,
Can we approve it pending?
Pending your motion?
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve, subject to a written agreement that they have to come up with additional funding by July the 31st, 2014.
Your second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
St. John's Lutheran Church, requested $31,798, recommended $31,798.
Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Hogan Township requested $62,665, recommended $62,665.
Any discussion?
Motion approved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it.
Dearborn County 4-H Club Association requested $21,212, recommended $21,212.
Any discussion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All against?
Dearborn Adult Center requested $83,800. They were recommended $4,800.
Any discussion? I have a little issue. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to see them get 83.8, but I would like to see them got more than 4,800 under the circumstance of a major decline in their revenue also for this year to help them hopefully to make drastic cuts so they can survive for the future.
Any more? What was your?
I mean, I would ask that, do 20,000.
Anything to the board? You put that in motion?
I'd make a motion to change the recommendation for the Dearborn Adult Center from 83,800, or, I'm sorry, their recommendation was for 83,800. They awarded 4,800, but I'd like to make the recommendation to change that amount to 20,000.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against?
Aye. I'd have to see some paperwork before I could vote on it.
Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope.
Come back to me.
Member Aaron Cook.
Yes.
Member William Bruner.
No.
Member Mike Lawrence.
Yes.
Member J.R. Holcroft.
No.
Member Jane Pope.
Yes.
3 yeses, 2 noes.
Water Rescue requested $61,489, recommended $31,000.
Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it.
Hoosier Hills Literacy League requested amount $17,000. They recommended $9,000.
Any discussion?
Mayor, I got a couple questions. Is there anybody here from the Hoosier Hills Literacy League?
Usually Tish Lindsay.
Tisha Lindsay.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is this money going to be applied for the 2014 year, which school's just about out now, or is this money going to be applied to 2015?
I know this year, they're obviously low on money. When they came to speak with us, she said that they were hopefully gonna make it to the end of the year, but this may put them to the end of the year. I would say probably just short, but I know Tish said that the organization would be happy getting anything, so.
Yeah, I think they did come here and you guys recommended that they go to the
And
foundation.
we did recommend them to go to the foundation, and I think we all agreed that we recommended that they get their full 17,000. So they could do it, but my question is,
Was it just for
was
the end
it
of the school
done?
year?
Has it been done, or is it gonna be used this year or next year, or? Can we table this one?
Like Bill said, I think they said they had enough money to get them through for a few months. They needed this money to get them through to the end of this year where they can find other sources of funding. Right?
Did they need the full 17,000 though, or the 9,000?
She acted like she needed, I thought it was 16, but it might have been 17, would get them through to the end of this year.
Now, are you saying, is that the end of the calendar year?
I can't see how they can
I believe so.
spend $9,000 and school gets out the June 2nd.
Well, I think that's a calendar year.
Calendar year, July to July?
Not only
No, to the end of 2014.
At the end of 2014, so I mean, if you want to put a condition on there that
This
you know, you could
program
put some
doesn't.
kind of condition.
Yeah, this program doesn't just touch youngsters. This is adults.
I know.
And so on up. So it's not just per school, but,
Okay, so you're talking about the whole 2014 year, Leslie,
Yeah.
not just the school year.
Right, I mean, if you wanted to grant whatever you wanted to grant, you could just make it a condition that, you know, I guess they could give documentation to the foundation that it's for the year 2014, not.
I think
School
something,
year.
something to think about too is, you know, initially, I think there were some wages in there, and one of the stipulations of the grants, through the grant program is they don't want to pay wages.
Mhm.
So I think that's why it's down to 9,000.
Well, it doesn't say that, Bill. If it did, it would have said that. They're saying they're not giving the full amount because they're not meant to sustain ongoing operations.
I've had multiple meetings with Tish, and about the program. I'm the reason she came here, so I know that that's one of the stipulations of the grant program, and I know that they had some wages on there, so.
Well, that's what it says.
Just for information.
Not meant to sustain ongoing operations, so that to me says they dropped it down to 9, so it wasn't going towards any salaries or ongoing operations.
What's the board's pleasure?
I make a motion to give them the full amount, $17,000.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All against?
I'm gonna go with the board's, the foundation's recommendation.
Okay, roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope.
Yes.
Member Aaron Cook.
Yes.
Member William Bruner.
No.
Member Mike Lawrence.
Yes.
Member J.R. Holcraft.
Yes.
Dearborn County Sheriff's Department requested $5,500, recommended $5,500.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All against?
St. Paul Catholic Church, Catholic School, requested $9,960, recommended $9,960.
Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Town of Morris Hill requested $98.27, recommended $9,827.
Any discussion?
Motion to approve?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Crosswinds Incorporated, they requested $5,400, recommended 0.
Anything to the board?
I don't understand why they didn't qualify for anything. They are serving residents, it says in Dearborn County.
They're located in Fort
Even though they're located in Fort Wayne, they are serving residents. They go in-home, I know a little bit about it, not a whole lot. They go into in-home, with, young couples, mothers, fathers,
I think they probably just couldn't, it sounds like to me, Jane, that they just couldn't establish that they're actually providing services for someone outside of the court system. Lifeline Youth and Family Services, I'm pretty familiar with, they already, basically, it looks like portion of the salary cost was for the staff that already provides in-home counseling services for Lifeline.
they were talking about two separate organizations.
Yeah, they saying that they were created in 2012. They indicate that this is for families outside of the court system but struggling. So, yeah, I mean, it does look like there might have been some issue as to whether or not they're actually helping those families outside of the court system.
Yeah, because it says appears to be serving the same families.
Right. But, you know, if they could bring some documentation, I mean, maybe this is one you want to talk to Mr. McCarter on. But
And you would like to get help to people before they get into the court system.
True. But Lifeline are the ones that they do for kids, for juveniles in the court system, and also for CHINS cases, Child Needs Services cases.
Board's pleasure. Can we leave that one open to get more information from the foundation on?
Make a motion table?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to table for more information.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Youth Encouragement Services, the Yes Town, requested amount $6,900, recommended $6,900.
Anything on the board?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All against? Okay. Ordinance 6, 2014.
School endowment grants.
Oh, okay, I crossed over. School endowment grants.
This is a budgeted line item. We have 2 million budgeted. I think off a previous motion, there's 350,000 went to books for Lawrenceburg schools. St. Lawrence requested $32,171. The rest was divided equally between Lawrenceburg, Sunman, and South Dearborn, making each of those 3 schools received $539,276.34. I need a motion to approve that, and I do have the checks ready, if you will permit me to give them to those that are here tonight.
How much did St. Lawrence receive?
32.
They requested $32,171, and that's what they received.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? Is that the motion too for release of checks?
Could I release these
Yes.
checks?
Let's make a motion, make sure.
And then what was, I need just one more number.
Oh, we're getting
written down
ready
here
to
real quick. What
approve
was
them in the
book
claims
amount?
right here.
350,000.
And,
Skip that part.
Huh?
You want to just skip that then?
yeah, I mean, we're gonna approve the claim here in a minute. I would just like to let the schools know, I would think that they need to be expecting probably a cut for the 2015 budget.
When I go through budget, we're gonna cut a lot, guys. We got to. We don't have the income coming in. I mean, we're cutting our people. We gotta cut some other people too.
Can we just say a word, or, I just want to thank, I'm John Rutherford from South Dearborn, just want to thank each of you for, you don't know how much this means to the schools. We're under a lot of budget constraints like you all are, and then we've really used it over the years that, we've got the Project Lead the Way classes, teachers being paid with that. A lot of the technology that we're getting into our schools is really helping the kids a lot, so we appreciate the money that you give to our schools. It means a lot to our kids.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think all three, the superintendents are all three here, and we, on behalf of all 3 school corporations, we'd like to thank council, the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. And we would really like to continue that.
We understand. I've actually got my own school board meeting going now, but I want to be here to thank you. I'm going to go on.
Thank you.
Started, so.
Good night.
Give that.
Which one, I'm sorry, who were you
I'm
with?
with South Dearborn.
I don't have an envelope for you, but I think you'll take it anyway, huh?
Okay.
South Dearborn?
Live deposit?
South Dearborn.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate it on behalf of our kids.
Okay. Good ordinance.
I am. I am.
Ordinance 6, 2014.
This is the additional appropriation that we had requested at the last meeting, and you asked for us to find the money in another budget line item. We found the money. It was not being used, and it will not be used. We've already conferred with the city judge because it is it's not really from his budget, but it was initially budgeted for him. And it's a 284 line item, 284-001-126. You guys all have this in your packet as ordinance number 6. And we will need to have this passed in order to transfer the funds from 284 to the general fund. If there's no questions, I'll go ahead and read this. Ordinance 6, 2014, ordinance to transfer and appropriate funds. Section 1, that there is a transfer and appropriation of funds to take care of the following expenditures by reduction and additions as needed to make these line items balance. From the general fund, step-up pay 101,035, 128, $14,198. Medicare 101,037, 122, $7,650. Accounting customer service 101,041, 116, $1,560 for a total of $23,000, 408 cents even. It would be taken from the Riverboat Fund 284, from City Court Clerical 284,001, 126 in the amount needed of $23,408. Section 2, that the Common Council determines that the transfers and appropriations of funds is necessary to meet the expenditures. Section 3, that this ordinance shall be in full force and effective after its passage and approval by Common Council, passed by the Common Council of City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana, 19th day of December 2014.
Need a motion, first reading ordinance number 6, 2014.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Motion to suspend the rules, read ordinance number 6, 2014 by title only for second time.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Read the ordinance.
Ordinance 6, 2014, an ordinance to transfer and appropriate funds.
Motion to approve ordinance number 6, 2014 for second reading.
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to suspend the rules, read ordinance number 6, 2014 by title only for third and final reading.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance 6, 2014, an ordinance to transfer and appropriate funds.
Motion to approve ordinance 6, 2013 for third and final reading.
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Get with you and sign that.
Can I sign
I
that?
don't need a copy of that one. She should have the original.
Yes, sign yours.
We got a whole bunch.
Oh.
Here's two.
While we're at it, Mike Clark, motorcycle track survey.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think you all received a copy of the survey plat on the Lawrenceburg motorcycle track that the Conservancy District is going to convey to the city of Lawrenceburg. This plat's been certified by Planning Commission, forwarded on to the council. We'd like to get this certified by this board and go ahead and go through the process to get it title.
Yeah.
Now, will this then be part of the parks?
Yes.
Anything else on board?
My name ain't on there.
Entertain a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Do you have we do have a legal description too, and I'll get a copy of, transfer documents to you.
Let's look at, I hold you up for a second.
Mhm.
Where do I sign on this one?
Name's not printed under here. This
The
one?
third one, yeah, the third one. Sorry about that. I don't know, Jackie didn't print out those names on there.
Okay. That's the vote to all resolution 214. What resolution is it?
4.
4?
This was in your packets, and as I talked to, I think, at least 3 of you last time we were here. This is because there's a process that the school corporation has to follow in order to transfer the land from the school corporation to the building corporation, and that's not yet been accomplished due to some title issues. I believe the title issues are very close to being resolved.
I am kept in the loop on the emails from Wood Lamping and Laner, and then Dearborn Title, who's doing the title work for us. And I think they have that done. It's just a matter of getting three, I believe they have to get 3 appraisers that are appointed by the court. And they have to meet, not necessarily with a judge, but they can meet and come to a fair market value for that property. But it's something that Ms. Laner has to follow. It's just something that's required by law for the school to follow. They are asking, we only provided for 30 days within which a closing on the loan was to happen. And I believe at this point, we are asking for, I believe in whenever it's set by as far as for our purposes, the escrow agreement is the depositing the money, and the deposit of the money is going to be at the time of closing. So, which they anticipate the closing would be within another 30 to 60 days. But I believe the 17th was the 30 days from the last agreement.
So did you set a day amount, or did you just write in here till it happens?
Let's see here.
I believe it's 10 days from closing.
Right.
10 business days from closing.
Right. And I don't know if section 2.5A, if they wanted to put, you wanted to put 20 and 20, or is that?
Come up, Carl, would you come up to the microphone?
Right, what had happened was when Mrs. Laner had started to do the title search and started to do all the property, they found out that the high school gymnasium and a lot of that property from other building projects years ago, it never got transferred back to the school corporation from the building corporations that were established at that time period. So therefore, in order to get it cleared up, cleaned up, Mrs. Laner's had to track down those old building corporations to be able to get them to release it back to the school corporation so it's in our name, so that then with the new building corporation, we can move it into their name so that way the title and everything clears up for the loan. So the old building corporation was in Fort Wayne, so she had to track them all the way down in Fort Wayne, send the paperwork all the way to Fort Wayne for them to get signed off, to release it, to come back here. That needed to be done before she could do the appraisals, pulling the 3 people together to do the appraisals, which are appointed by the courts. And that is what's, after this, we're hoping to have that done this week. So we're hoping within the next, say, 2 weeks to have this process totally finished. So I believe the resolution that Mrs. Laner has presented to you is asking that basically, once we get all this finished, if you can give us 10 days, whenever we set the closing, 10 business days to have everything finalized with the loan.
And that's what Exhibit 1 states. That's the change in Exhibit 1, which is the amendment to the term loan and security agreement. And then Exhibit 2, and I'm sorry if they're not marked, the first document, amendment to term loan and security agreement, is Exhibit 1, which will be filed with this resolution. And Exhibit 2 is amendment to the loan escrow agreement, which, like I said, it just says that we'll deposit it on the date of closing of the loans.
Okay, I just got one question. Between the 2 attorneys, the city attorney and Lawrenceburg Community Schools attorney, have we got all the kinks worked out?
I believe so.
Are we headed in the right direction?
We sure hope so.
So we don't have to do this again.
We weren't looking for this and then until we did the title search.
I believe this is the 3rd time we've done this.
That's right.
You don't have a gym over there.
That's right.
Yes, I do think so. As far as the title issues, obviously weren't, and I believe it was April 23rd, so we would have had until May 23rd, but that's just this week. So they just wanted to make sure everything, they got everything done. If you like, I'd go ahead and read Resolution 4, 2014.
Go ahead.
A resolution regarding entering into an amended agreement with the Lawrenceburg High School Building Corporation. Whereas the City of Lawrenceburg and Lawrenceburg High School Building Corporation, hereafter Building Corporation, has entered into a term loan and security agreement and a loan escrow agreement for $8.99 million to fund the renovation of and improvement to Lawrenceburg High School, specifically the replacement of the Judge Bud Bateman Gymnasium, other site improvements, and
whereas said agreements only provide for 30 days within which a closing on the loan was to happen, and whereas the Lawrenceburg Community School Corporation, hereinafter School Corporation, and the Building Corporation is required by statute to follow an appraisal process to transfer the land from the school corporation to the building corporation, and that has not yet been accomplished due to some title issues. And whereas the building corporation and city desired to amend the term loan and security agreement and the loan escrow agreement to allow the school corporation and the building corporation time to complete their appraisal process and transfer. Now therefore be it resolved with the Common Council of the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana, that one, the City of Lawrenceburg should execute the attached amendment to the term loan and security agreement designated as Exhibit 1 in order to give the school corporation more time to complete the transfer to the building corporation. 2, the City of Lawrenceburg shall execute the attached amendment to loan escrow agreement designated as Exhibit 2 in order to allow the city to transfer the loan proceeds to the escrow account at UCB at the time of closing. 3, the clerk treasurer is hereby directed to fund the escrow account upon closing in this matter. Passed by the Common Council of the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana on this 19th day of May, 2014.
Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it.
I got mine signed.
And I'll get the amendments to you tomorrow. Get the amendments to you tomorrow. 2 places. Thank you. Go ahead and have her sign this. Suzanne, if you could sign those, and I'll get you copies of it back for you.
I didn't sign the other one either.
That's it right there.
No, I mean the
So put my scratch on it.
ordinance 6, I didn't sign.
6 you didn't?
Ordinance 6, I don't know where that went.
Well, I could take that back. You want me to send it?
Here it is, sorry. It was signed by them, I think.
It'll be
they-
signed by everybody down there, too. Okay, let's, First Amendment to Speedway lease agreement.
This would actually go in from the Parks Board next time. I just kind of wanted to get it out to you guys. I did send also a copy to, so this really isn't for voting tonight, but I did send it out to Mr. Rudisell at RPM. He was going to have Mr. Perfect look at it too, so, but this is, I believe, what you all wanted me to do in lieu of the sponsorship, so.
I got a question. I thought Rudisell's leased that speedway over there, but it's RPM Productions Incorporated, and is Clyde Perfect is a part of that? Is how many people do we actually have on that lease?
I'm not sure who all is in the corporation at RPM Productions.
3. David Rudisell, and then Mr. Perfect, and
Maybe Maxwell.
Maxwell Construction.
Or one of them, the Maxwells. I think that's the RPM part.
Can you get that information for me, Leslie?
Yes.
Okay. Orders number 5, 2014, second, third reading.
Ordinance 5, 2014, amendment to ordinance number 20, 2013, fixing the rate of compensation of employees of the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana. Whereas the Common Council of the City of Lawrenceburg is required to pass a new salary ordinance for all the non-union and non-union employees of the city pursuant to the union contract passed by the Board of Works and other employment contracts as provided by law and subject to appropriations. Whereas there are some required amendments to the ordinance number 20, 2013 in various departments. Now therefore be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana, that Section 1, the following schedule of rate of compensation of the following employees of the City of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Dearborn County, Indiana, beginning January 1st, 2014 is amended as follows. Union positions, metering working foreman, $27.14 hourly, meter technician 2, $24.95 hourly, mayor's assistant, redevelopment director, $1,638.50 weekly, utility director, $2,225.77 weekly, human resource director, $1,126.47 weekly, marketing director, $1,538.46 weekly. I note that I did change that and you have a.
Does that equal 80,000 now?
Yes, and you have a corrected copy, that was in your packet. CT Accounting, 960 weekly. Assistant Fire Chief, Deputy Chief, that one again, should not even be in there. Volunteer pay per run meetings, $20 per run meeting. Volunteer mandatory firefighters, $10 an hour. Volunteer FF1 and second class firefighter, $10.50 an hour. Volunteer FF2 and first class firefighter, $11 an hour. Volunteer mandatory firefighter first responder, $11.50 an hour. Volunteer firefighter 1 and second class firefighter first responder, $12 an hour. Volunteer firefighter 2 and first class firefighter master first responder, $12.50 an hour. Voluntary mandatory firefighter EMT or greater, $13 an hour. Volunteer FF1 and second class firefighter EMT or greater, $13.50 an hour. Volunteer FF2 and first class firefighter or master EMT or greater, $14 an hour. The above is the wage schedule only, not to be screwed as work classification. Section 2G, all other non-union employees and employees' benefits and other working conditions include those contained in the collective bargaining agreement between the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana, International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, and local number 1391, but only as prescribed if applicable by employment contract under Article 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Section 1 through 4, Article 9, 10, 11, 13, 17, 18, 20, 23, 24, 25, Article 26, 28, 29, and 30. In addition, the non-union salary positions as stated in their employment contracts shall receive an annual cost of living increase based on the average hourly percentage increase in the collective bargaining agreement. Section 5, any other salary ordinances or part of ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed. Passed by the Common Council of the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana on this 19th day of May 2014.
Motion to suspend the rules, read ordinance number 5, 2014.
I already read it in full. You have to read it in full when you bring it back in front of you, so
Okay.
you just need a motion to approve the second reading.
Need a motion to approve second reading?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Aye.
Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope,
No.
Member Aaron Cook,
Yes.
Member William Bruner,
Yes.
Member Mike Lawrence.
No.
Member J.R. Holcraft.
Yes.
Now the third. Now you can do it.
Motion to suspend the rules, read ordinance number 5, 2014. Only.
Didn't read it by title only yet.
Motion to do it first. Motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules, read ordinance number 5, 2014 by title only, third and final reading.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
No.
Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope,
I got a question here. We put a motion to suspend the rules, but she didn't read it for the second time to get approved or disapproved.
When you bring it back after the first reading, my understanding is that you have to read it the second time, and then you can suspend the rules for the third time. But actually, it also
So
says
you're
that you
just
can do
doing the
first-
second and the third readings?
Right, the first and second can actually happen at the same meeting, and you can do the third, but whichever is, you can't do all three at the same meeting.
we did the first one already.
Right.
And now we suspended the rules so she could read by title only for the second time?
For the third time.
Third time.
Mhm.
Mine's a no. If you're
Member Aaron Cook,
Yes.
Member Bill Bruner,
Yes.
Member Mike Lawrence.
No.
Member J.R. Holcraft.
Yes.
Okay.
Ordinance 5, 2014, amendment to ordinance number 2020-13, fixing the rate of compensation of employees of the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana.
Motion to approve ordinance 2014 for third and final reading.
I'll move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
aye.
Member Jane Pope,
No.
Member Aaron Cook,
Yes.
Member William Bruner,
Yes.
and Member Mike Lawrence.
No.
Member J.R. Holcraft.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the signed copy.
You just need to sign.
We have to sign.
Sign where, if you.
Greenfield.
Yeah.
Okay, Leslie, amendment to ordinance Title 11 to amend Chapter 90 of Lawrenceburg Code and Ordinances.
And actually, this again would go to the Parks Board. Well, you are the Parks Board, so you can do it however you would like. I did, because council actually has to approve the ordinance, change the amendment. So, If you'd rather bring it back in front of the Parks Board next time, it can be on the agenda for Parks, and then go to council later, that's fine. I did just change, the bullying and profanity is still the same. The only thing that needed to be changed in the ordinance was 90.02, because it says it had Tate Street recreational building. So I did add all of the facilities that I thought were pertinent. However, we did also add that notwithstanding the no consumption, the Parks Board or City Council can sanction the consumption of alcoholic beverages for an event at any city park. So I think that would help if there was a wedding or something like that, and you guys wanted to allow someone to have, allow consumption at a city park. So. Rest of council. So how do you guys want to, do you want to just bring it back next time, or do you want to go ahead and go through the ordinance?
What's the pleasure?
Do you think it should go through the Parks Board first, or?
I mean, you are the Parks Board, but as far as it getting put on the agenda for the parks, I mean, that might be something the public might want to, comment on.
That's what I was wondering.
Just wait the Parks Board and bring it back to council.
I'll make sure it's.
Okay.
I have motion to table it, I guess. Then.
So move.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
Thank you.
Comments from the audience?
There's a place, I think, for Nag, too. I think so.
Yes, I'm Connie Canoe. And in addition to the recovery walk, is there any way we could use tables and chairs from Magner Hall?
There is nothing, I mean, as long as it's not rented, if not, we find something. How many you need?
We're not sure how many that they're going to need, but
We'll find something.
can we get some? Okay.
I mean, Wagner's Hall is rented, we can't use theirs.
Yeah.
We'll find some.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Go back to her.
Any more from the audience?
I don't need either
Pat?
one of those.
Ordinance 5?
I don't need those. Those ordinances, the 6. That's
Sean had to leave, but he asked that I give you some information that he forgot to add with his report, which is for the Youth Fest later on in the afternoon. We are having a DJ, and then later on a band. But everything is slated to be finished by 7 p.m. Okay, he wanted you to know that. And then just one more item. I know that on Vine Street there near High, I think we've got 2-hour parking, and some of the businesses there have told me that they're still having problems with construction workers parking there. So I don't know what the enforcement has been, but
Is that right?
the problem persists there on Vine Street.
In front of Cyclops?
There is no 2-hour parking on Vine Street. I did check the ordinance on that.
There's just a temporary sign.
Oh, okay, because I
Construction part.
okay, because I did see a sign that said, I thought said 2-hour, but that's just temporary.
Would you make
Okay.
sure they don't, mention to them to me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Review and discuss claims board approval?
I got one question for Mrs. Votal. Did we discuss this? You said we were going to.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, I figured we can when discussion of claims for board approval. These are the 2 that were originally not approved. The Board of Works did approve those claims that night. The State Board of Accounts did find that it was an unauditable event, because the board that had the jurisdiction to approve the claims did. However, as far as, there shouldn't be any problem. I thought I would bring this forward to you all, since you agreed at the last meeting to approve all the claims for this year for 2014. So that's why I asked Jackie to put this in the packets.
So you said the State Board of Accounts said it was okay?
It was it's an unaudible event, which means, what it means, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what that means, other than it's not something that we need to worry about.
At the following meeting, you did say we had the right to pull claims and invoices for non-payment.
Yes, you do. You absolutely have that right.
Okay,
I
review
just don't know on these particular claims whether it mattered. The way that the system's set up with Jackie, how she sets up
Because
her
the money was
claims.
already appropriated.
Right. But there's no way for you guys to separate your claims. What Board of Works comes through also is on your claim docket. So until we do any kind of system like that, that's always going to be the case, so.
But if, by that, if council votes to pull claims, you can still go ahead and pay them?
It depends on the type of transaction. That's, whether it's supplies, whether it's a service, whether, and that's, with the State Board of Accounts. I can get, the documentation. It did take him a long time to finally get back to me. I think he was put on a different assignment, and then he was out of town for a while. But Mr. Robertson from the State Board of Accounts has been advising us. I think he sent that one about a week and a half ago, his final report on it.
Yeah.
After all the
We
ordinances.
can't separate the Board of Works and the council ones.
I have a question on one of them.
Go ahead.
Voucher number 1985, Andy Moore Truck Center for $69,446. Could you tell me what that's for?
Who are you directing that to?
Whoever who can answer, I guess.
Explain that. I can explain that. The bucket truck that we bought, they had to buy the cab and chassis from Andy Moore, whatever it is, Ford, and then the body and the boom.
Now I
part.
can't hear you. Could you please speak up?
They had to buy the truck and chassis, cab and chassis from Andy Moore Ford. And then the body and the boom was the other part from UTE, and the total is the bucket truck.
So that was a
Yeah.
part of the truck that was approved?
Correct.
Okay. That was my only question.
Okay. Need a motion to approve claims?
I'll move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion adjourned.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Mayor.
Oh, wait a minute, we gotta approve those. Wait a minute, before we adjourn, we gotta approve those claims.
Just the two, right?
Just the two.
The rides and video.
Need a motion to approve those two claims?
I'll move.
Second?
Yeah, call to order.
Yeah, call to order.
Call the meeting back to order. Okay. The two claims, I need a motion to approve the claims?
I'll move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it. Now a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? We're adjourned. Bill? Can't beat it. Huh? 3 minutes, buddy. Hey.
Hey, tell your dad.
I think they locked them all into one utility board. And I voted no because I voted no against the utility board workshop. Right. Session, I should say.
No.
I think they
Yeah,
locked
when
them all
I'm
into
talking
one.
about when are you gonna?
No, actually,
Are you
not
gonna need
there
them
be
for yours?
reduced.
If you have any questions, I would just call her out of the car. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I have the resolution done. Jackie's in the office tomorrow, so I'll make sure, because my copies have, yeah. Are you with St. Lawrence or who are you with? Great. School endowment.
We did it.
School endowment. Okay. And then, yeah, I haven't eaten hardly anything tomorrow, so that's fine, I'll drop it off. Was that done correctly, or do we need to? We made the books to the endowment, and we made that one. St. Lawrence? You brought up St. Lawrence?
I wrote up the work
Thomas?
session.
Then he said, okay, well, you are my witness. You heard.
Because we had 3 utility board meetings. One
You
for
heard.
personnel, one for rates, and the regular utility board. And he doesn't think we approved the regular utility board either.
Tracker is
If not, we can.
.004.
He's gonna need to get on that document.
You brought up the one about the rate.
So that changes?
It changes, goes up.
Oh, he has to get it
Now, who
revised.
sets it?
Okay, I'll tell him. I'll make sure he knows.
How's the back?
It's doing okay. I walked a quarter of a mile Saturday, I walked a half a mile Sunday. Now I'm driving this way. So I go to physical therapy.
Wow, I like to boom, boom, get it done. I got a big kid to feed.
You give me a pen?
I'll tell him that he's probably gonna have to go for the next course. He needs to get on it. Or I'll tell Bill.
It's been changed like 4 or 5 times.
Okay,
so I'm out of here.
One night, he came to the office and I gave him